Grace today sometimes is taught where it doesn't matter what you do, you're under grace, meaning there's no penalty, there's no sin, because grace covers that. Let me give you a quick definition of what I see scripturally what grace is. It's delayed judgment. Grace is delayed judgment. Well, what do you mean by that, Pastor Glenn? Well, you and I have a house payment or a rent payment. We get to the end of the month, and now we have a month to go ahead and 30 days to pay our next month rent or mortgage. We don't want to pay that. We have 30 days. It's called a grace period. So what happens after 30 days? Do they just say, well, you're under grace, don't worry about it, and you didn't do anything wrong? No, there's a penalty. You and I go probably pay double because we did not go under a period of time to make it right. Grace is giving you time to make it right. Samson was under grace when he was sleeping with Delilah and he was running around with prostitutes and he was still killing the enemy, killing the Philistines, still had the strength that God had given him. But what happened when that grace time ended, he had an expensive haircut and lost all of his anointing and all of his power. Grace ran out. I'll give you another example. I'm in California, and whatever state you're in, they put up speed limit signs. 60 miles an hour, here's 45 miles an hour, whatever the speed limit is. Okay, I get a license to drive on the streets of California, and they have given me a license that says I can be on these streets and I can drive. California says, but you have to drive this speed limit on this street. And you have all the grace that we give to you to drive on the streets all you want to within this speed limit. But you and I decide to drive 15, 20 miles above the grace level that the state has given us. You tell me, are they going to say, you're okay, you're under grace, or you and I are going to get an expensive ticket? We're going to get a ticket. So there's judgment. What I'm saying to you is simple in the Bible for us to understand that grace is what it's allowing you to do. It's allowing you to have time to work out these things that are contrary to a life with Christ, where you can work that out. If you go and push that past a certain limit, the Bible is very clear that God's not pleased with that. No, you don't keep sinning. Are we perfect? No. Do you have a habit? You don't have a habit. Do we fall at times? We're not perfect. We will fall. But you pick yourself back up again. But grace is not a license to sin. Don't ever think that. And you can read the Bible. I'm not telling you what I feel. I'm telling you what the Word says. But you know what? I thank God for grace, because you and I wouldn't even make it if God has not extended His love and His understanding, knowing that we're frail and we're part flesh, and it's hard to make it. Thank God for His grace, and I appreciate His grace, and without His grace we wouldn't even make it.